Peace and love and light. What is going on, good people? So today I'm going to be talking about Malabar spinach, right? And Malabar spinach is a leafy green that I love to grow in my garden every summer. And it's nothing like true spinach. It's actually not related to true spinach. And so that means the name already is kind of a misnomer, right? Where I'm from, we actually call it poi. But yeah, it's nothing like true spinach. If you take Malabar and true spinach and you put them next to each other, you'll see that Malabar has a leaf that's really like waxy and thick, and it also produces mucilage. So it's one of those things that would be considered a demulcent, and it produces mucilage, and mucilage is like a jelly thick viscous substance. And what's so good about that stuff is that when you take it in, it will help to soothe and coat your mucous membranes, okay? And in doing that, it's gonna protect your mucous membrane. So you have mucous membranes that line your GI tract, your reproductive tract, your urinary tract, your respiratory tract, so all those different areas in your body. And if you have issues in those areas, or if you have inflammation or irritation in those areas, then you're gonna want to incorporate mucilaginous herbs, stuff like marshmallow root, slippery elm bark. Slippery elm, like the name implies, it has that slippery texture again. And then you got your Seamoss, okay? Seamoss has mucilage too, and you could tell by that texture of Seamoss. I know y'all out there be making the Seamoss, right? And you soak it, go to bed, you wake up, and when you go to rinse it off, what do you feel? It feels kind of like almost jelly before you even put it in the blender. And it has that slippery kind of feel to it. That's because Seamoss has the mucilage. Okay, and what else? You got flax seeds and chia seeds. When you soak those, the water gets really thick, and the seed itself kind of has like this jelly film around it. Right now, I'm not saying go out and get a whole bag of flax seeds and chia seeds and start eating that, but if you can find things like okra is good. When you chop the okra up, you know how it has that slimy kind of texture. That's because okra has some mucilage. And what is okra? One of the things okra is known for is that it's good for your digestion, right? It's a good digestive aid, and that's one of the reasons why, because it could help to soothe your gut lining, and it could do that because it has the mucilage. Alright, so I'm gonna say something, y'all, and it's that I think a lot of people think when you eat certain plants and foods that have a slimy or like a mucusy texture, that when you eat those things, it's going to cause excess mucus in you, and it's going to cause like a buildup of mucus. But that's not what's really happening. What's happening is your body's going to take that in and incorporate it into your mucus lining. So it's going to help to enhance your mucus lining. It's going to help to balance it out. And it's not going to add extra mucus that's not needed, that's not healthy, and that's not necessary. Okay, remember, you need a certain amount of mucus to keep your mucus linings healthy. Okay, so when you get into things like the mucusless diet or the anti-mucus diet by Arnold Durrett, and when you get into the African Biomineral Balance by Dr. Sebi, they were talking about excess mucus being bad, not mucus itself. Like, I think that may be something that is a little bit misunderstood. Mucus itself isn't bad. It's when you have a buildup of it. It's when you have too much. It's when it's in excess and it starts clogging things up. That's when it's bad, okay? Because you need a healthy amount of mucus. You need a certain amount of mucus to keep things sliding and keep things moving, y'all. Come on, all right? Because if you had no mucus at all, it would be really hard for you to do certain things. Like, it would be really hard for you to pass the food from your mouth through your esophagus to your stomach. It'd be really hard for you to have a bowel movement. It'd be really hard for you to breathe. It'd be really hard for you to reproduce. Okay, yo, you know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. Like, I mean, you just got to keep things sliding. That's it. And a good way to do that is to take in herbs that have mucilage, otherwise known as demulcents.